it's a perfect day. Hey, come a little closer. I wanna show you just how perfect I can be for you. 'Cause you're making me say, stop a pretty baba perfect day today. Hey, 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 started walking and talking to me just for me for once. Even when I kept on babbling, complaining, he said, stop, come on, let's read with me. Light it, smoke it, till our minds are free. Both the constellations in the sky, free my stars all around. Spread your wings and fly. Sweet breeze flowing through my head. He got close and then he whispered in my ear, where you from, what's your name? You just made this a perfect day. Hey, come a little closer, I wanna show you just how perfect I can be for you. 'Cause you're making me say, Scabba baby, baba, perfect day today. Hey, 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 hey. Spoke of goals, aspirations, dreams, no, just what type means. Spoke about the grace, what I love, what I hate. Scabba pretty baba. Where you from? What's your name? You just made this a perfect day. Hey, come a little closer. I wanna show you just how perfect I can be for you. 'Cause you're making me say, Scabba baby, baba, perfect day today. Hey, 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 same path, Mr. Blue Jay, back to reality. Didn't I say, hey, will we meet again on a different day? On a different day. Your smile on my mind constantly is bugging me, entice my curiosity. Could we have been? Now I'll never know. Stupid mistake, how could I let you go? Let you go. Next Wave Radio, bringing you those real soulful vibes. Soulmate LDN.
Hey, top of the morning, Tanya.
Yes, people. Welcome back to Next Wave Radio. I'm MJ. I'll be your host for tonight.
Hopefully you're
We got K-Soul mixing all of these.
hopefully everything's going good for you. Well,
yeah, so make sure you just sit back, relax, enjoy the vibes. You know how we do all the time. We got a little bit of rap, a little bit of R&B, a little bit of soul, soul for you guys. It's gonna be wavy. Follow us on all our socials as well at Soulmate LDN. That's Twitter, Facebook, Instagram at Soulmate LDN. And if you want to know who we're playing, make sure you follow us because we always post our track list. We don't like to do too much talking during the mix, but if you want to know, check out our track list. Yeah, and also make sure you get yourself down to the Camden Assembly.
how are you doing today? Not bad.
Next showcase.
Not bad, maintaining. They've been fucking with my vehicle, police department.
That's basically the vibe you're expecting.
They're shooting some type of directed energy or some shit at the at my computer, my vehicle's computer system.
Yeah, so that song, the song that you just heard.
And the only way I figured that out is because they had some fucking, they had a perp get out at the stoplight. They had a perp get out of his car and he was like, they're fucking with my car, man. They're fucking with my car. And I was tripping. I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? I thought it was just, he was perping me, but, I thought it was just on some bullshit. And then, fucking, as soon as I, started up to leave, my vehicle started, it felt like one of the tires, the suspension was all jacked. Hey, top of the morning, coffee. Yeah, that shit's real. That jacked up my engine for real. Not on no permanent. Well, I don't know. Maybe later on down the line, but it only happened when he was behind me, and then he turned his lights off and shot past me and shit, and then my vehicle started running right again. Hope you're doing well, coffee, as well as everybody else. Look at the red shirt. Red shirt. Red shirt rat. The red shirt rat. Victory chosen. Quick 2 hits to the core. Instantly fold. Just stuck in the morning. Quick 2 hits to the core. Instantly fold. Just stuck in the morning. Sun's the news feed. I've got 2 sheets for that Buddha. Baby be too clean. She's trying to move peace for that Buddha. And I don't want to lose sleep like the keep me that food. Yeah, it's just it's another part of this bullshit we gotta go through. I was watching you guys should check out Rizza Islam. There's a lot of good information on this video. The video was really directed towards people who've been hey, no, scrap, leave them alone. The video was really directed by those who are having are to people having problem with the police, more aimed towards black people, but the information on there was good, and I'm pretty sure the information would help for anybody. They say we can't sue the fucking police departments because they're not not obligated to any one citizen. They're not. It's not their obligation to take care of the citizens. They're here for something, like they're here to take care of like corporations, buildings. They will take care of citizens, but it's not their obligation. So he said that don't go trying to sue the police department because you'll never get anywhere. You got to sue the insurance companies, the people who insure the police department. He said the Jewish people did it twice, and he fucked up the Jewish people fucked up a couple different police precincts because they couldn't operate without insurance. So basically, I am so sensitive on my space. But you is so reckless, but you're dick and any bitch you know that. Said you ready to throw it back. You was ready to catch that. You think they did that to Diane in the tunnel? I'm not sure what happened to Diane in the tunnel. It definitely might be. If it was her car, yeah, it was. I definitely believe anything that happens to a TI in their car is strictly if they have a computer in their car, then it's the police. It has to be. Or I won't go as far. I will say it's the people in this program. Whoever's fucking running this program, which the police are involved, then yeah. 9 times out of 10, that was probably the situation. Because I'm telling you, like, as soon as that cop got behind me, I had no fucking control of my car. Like, even when I hit the gas, like, you drive for so long, you don't have to look at the speedometer to know how fast you're going. Like, you're within the range of the speed limit. Like, I would hit my gas on my foot on the pedal, and it would be going far too fast for what my foot was pressing. I wasn't pressing to go. I wasn't going that fast. Me manually. they made me go faster. Not only that, but my vehicle was very, very, very uncoordinated, meaning like when I, even at a stoplight, when I would stop, the whole thing would just fucking jiggle. The whole fucking van would just fucking jiggle. Like all my fucking tires were flat and shit. Like no coordination at all. If it was like if my vehicle was a person, it would have fell down. It would have fell on the ground. It would have looked drunk. This motherfucker just can't stop advertising that red shirt. The red shirt advertiser. The red shirt advocate. The red shirt. Ugh. Yeah. Yeah, it's fucked up, man. I gotta get a different van now for sure. Like I kept telling myself I was gonna get a different van, but I love this fucking van. I don't know why, I love it though. And fucking I gotta get rid of it though. I gotta get something older. Definitely. I can't have them fucking with the computer systems. I wish there was some type of way that you could block their signals. Like put a Faraday cage over my engine or some shit, but fuck that. Oh, Princess Diana. Damn, I never thought about that. Definitely though. Definitely. I think, you know what? I think they have the ability to do that with damn near anything. Whether it's a car, a fucking airplane, even Kobe Bryant's situation, you feel me? Like, who knows? You feel me? All these fucking helicopters and planes falling out the sky. A lot of malfunctions. For the most part, then people keep those things in tip top. I mean, I wouldn't want to fly in the air not knowing if, I wouldn't want to be a fucking, whatever they call them, captain or whatever in the plane. I wouldn't drive get in one of those unless like every morning, unless I check that motherfucker, from head to toe. I'm getting 40, 50,000 feet up in the air and fucking fall down. Crazy as fuck. Red shirt alert. Hell yeah. Hey, top of the morning, Mojo. Yeah, exactly, the technology is fucking out of this world, man. If you gotta figure, if these motherfuckers could literally cloak themselves in the fucking world, like they could fucking cloak and walk up to you and you can't see them. Technology is a motherfucker, man. And if they can do that, being able to stop somebody's car remotely or fuck with somebody's car remotely or plane remotely, that's fucking peanuts. That's like fucking elementary compared to everything else they can do. They made remote control cars are like the real remote control cars are like what was it, the 70s or some shit? The 80s when Knight Rider came out, whatever that movie was, or that TV show Knight Rider with Kit. I'm coming to you right now, Michael. Yeah. It will be a weapon from Air Force, Army, Navy, definitely. Definitely. I was watching this thing about like all this the different types of cars they got. They Like they literally have made like real transformer cars and shit that are fucking just as big as the fucking Transformers. You would have to see it to know what I'm talking about. I know it probably sounds a little like bullshit, but they really got cars that fucking can, do all that mechanism shit too, and fucking like they're a regular car, and then they fucking get up and transform just like the fucking real Transformers and shit. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure you can YouTube. That's where I saw it on YouTube. You can YouTube it. Just type in real life Transformer car.
Now, and I'm heating up, don't you see me steaming? Wake up, my nigga, you see I ain't just dreaming. I'm trying to do this in my sleep, touch a nerve in the world when I speak. Got me weighing up positions against what the world needs. The shutters know what I mean, they must be feeling my speech. Society and mercy, when we need it is deep. See, I'm trying to find balance in the world where the scales tip. Got me balancing my books on this pen tip. I'm right facing the sky, got me asking who am I to tell the moon where to be. Just trying to shed some light on things that need change. Mentality at that, guess I had to go through it, but mentally I'm back. Where's everyone that believed that I'm fishing in empty seas? I'm like the plane to see.
TRs have put up with gonna be. Yeah, we put up with a lot and continue. Continue. I mean, I can see. Well, I can't see. Let me correct myself. I can't see. But if I was an evil person, which this probably doesn't make sense. I don't know the thoughts of an evil person, but I pretty much know their get down. But like, 2-3 years of this shit, you would think like they would try and I'm not saying it's a good thing or anything, but you would think that they would move on to a different subject or whatever. But motherfuckers been going through this shit for 23, 43 years, and I don't want to even imagine how many more than that. Shit, people been going through it for their whole fucking lives, to be honest. Hey, top of the morning, Ray. And still, see, that tells you what type of people we deal with, man. These fucking terrorist-ass police, man. A bunch of fucking kids in uniform. But yeah, yeah. That's another thing he was saying. Like when if you were to fucking sue the company or the insurance company for the police harassment and terrorism, it is under domestic violence. The code, the code is under domestic violence, and when you when you sue the insurance companies, you have to specifically tell them. You have to give them all the codes and everything he was talking about. It's a specific code that you have to tell them that they're aiding and abetting fucking terrorists and shit. And they, the Jewish people in New York, or I'm not sure if it was New York, but a couple different times the Jewish people got 2 different police departments shut down using that. Because with no insurance, they can't operate. And that's too big of a liability for the insurance company. When people know that, see, a lot of people don't know that. They think you gotta go to internal affairs or you have to sue them within or get at them within their police department. But you got to go over them to their insurance department because they protect each other. They have that blue wall of silence bullshit to where like they beat you to death and fucking look out for their homies and shit and say, oh well, it was whatever they say, justified. It was a justifiable shooting or a justifiable beating. The program, yeah, definitely sick of it. Definitely. I know Tanya about man. Do you know, Lord? So much. I know I would be so much further. So much further. Like I'm telling you, like the very day that I got off parole and I had no more attachments to fucking, I had no more parole violations to worry about, no more none of that. Like my whole fucking mindset changed. I was completely on like some legit shit, looking for all types of fucking like shit that I could do legally and hella shit. Like I know I would have been on top of my game by now, 6-7 years. And my parole officer, he told me, he was like, you'll be back, you'll be back, you'll be back, you'll be back on parole. No, I won't. We'll see about that. Oh, fuck, man. I used to tell myself too, watch, as soon as I come up and I start doing good, get on my feet, I'm about to go to the parole office and throw that shit in his fucking face. Now, here we are 7 years later, not in jail, haven't been back, but still, nowhere. Most people are targeted to a degree. This brainwashing technology is used to control everything right down to our most basic human impulses. Definitely. Definitely. Top of the morning, Red Rum. Yeah, definitely. You know the thing about right and top of the morning, you know anything about you know anything about this, we probably going through it all of our, yeah, probably going through it all our lives and probably will still be going through it if it didn't reveal itself. Yeah, yeah, it's a much better, it's much better for me knowing about it. I would rather know about it than not know about it and not know why so many fucked up things are happening. Like, oh man, like I'm glad I know about it now because they could have did some covert shit, made me see things as far as like all these fucking actors and shit. And like I really would have thought that I was fucking crazy and shit. Got on some medication and then they stopped acting in front of me. And then I think I was really crazy and fucking keep taking fucking pills so I wouldn't be seeing some fucking bullshit. You feel me? They could literally covertly make you really seem crazy and you're really not fucking crazy. I, I could see the medical, excuse me, legitimate. I could see the medical facilities, whatever, CDC, FTC, whatever that shit is. I could definitely see them paying groups to fucking, perform acts in front of certain people and make them think that they're crazy. that alone in itself is a big fucking flow of cash. Big, very big. Tell people they gotta go see psychiatrists and shit. It's a lot of money being generated off bullshit. It was them, yeah, aerials. Yeah. Oh, radio. Hey, there's been a few occasions like I felt like the TV and even not the radio and not even just the radio, but like when I'm on YouTube, like certain people I'm subscribed to, I think they actually got to some of the people I subscribe to and fucking told them to do like because I watch a lot of pranks, I watch a lot of vlogs and shit, and I swear sometimes it almost seems like they get at those people and tell them to do specific skits, maybe even pay them to do specific skits and shit that relate to my targeting. Joke advisors can be used to admit specific way. Yeah, what? Definitely. Constantly changing to adapt to whatever content you are watching. Yep. Crazy, man. We are assigned specific algorithms because based on our characteristics. You think these are AI generated skits? We are the very unlucky ones and face our lives and health being sabotaged our entire lives. Yep. No doubt about that. No doubt about that. Yeah. Life is a motherfucker, I tell you that. Muthafucka. DeMarcus, wake up call. Wake up Williams. What's up, DeMarcus? Top of the morning. Being targeted individual, persecuted individual is a devil only targets chosen ones. My targeting is awakening me to the truth. I feel sorry for anyone getting. Yeah, it's definitely an awakening, that's for sure. I feel the same way. Like it showed me a lot of truths about this fucking world, about everything. You know, and it is fucked up that it's fucked up that we gotta go through the targeting, but our message gets out to a certain extent, like maybe not immediately, but as people keep watching, they start seeing shit, how corrupt the fucking system is and all that, and that's waking people up. That's what counts, man. Letting them know what the fuck is going on. Because we're not the only ones going through this shit. Like, our fucking families, our kids, our fucking kids, and all that shit gonna have to go through this shit. You know? A lot of people, you know, a lot of people would be willing to die for their kids. So that's another thing I don't understand. Why if we're willing to die for our kids and shit, like, why aren't we willing to die for ourselves and our kids? Because this isn't only right now in the forefront. It seems like it's only happening to us and shit. But if you think about it, most of us, a lot of us, you know, you could probably even look back to certain family members being targeted and shit. I know I can now. You know, a lot of shit that's, you know, a lot of shit that went on in my family. Like, I'm able to understand, put certain shit together. Like, certain shit is starting to make sense. You know, certain shit. I think so too. I'm going to listen. Much love. Hey, much love, Tank. Have a good one. Say, I have learned a lot too by going through this, but still, yeah. Yeah, it's a motherfucking man. You know, we have no choice but to be strong, though. That's the way I see it. Either way, we gonna kill ourselves or we gonna be strong through this shit. And I know I'm not the suicidal type, and nobody, nobody on here should be, especially if you're like God fearing. You know, I'm not a religious person or anything, but you know, it said in the Bible that we would be going through this shit. So it's really not, you know, it's really not a surprise hearing everybody say we're at the end times and all that shit. It's really not a surprise. And I believe like the seals that the Bible was speaking on, the seals and shit, like those, I believe those are fucking like those seals that are in the politician on the front of the like all those fucking eagles with the two heads and all those fucking weird ass like satanic ass seals and shit they be having on the front of their podiums when they talk and shit. Like, I think that's what they're talking about. I'm not sure, but you know, the politicians and shit, they're the only ones fucking causing all the fucking bullshit. And if you wanna take it a step further, you know, I'm not saying this is the case, even though it might be. You know, them motherfuckers ain't even human anyway. And that's, you know, I'm not saying they aren't, but you know, in my opinion, they're not completely fucking human, whether inbred or whatever. Like, a lot of them are inbred to keep money in the family, and you know, they don't want people marrying outside the family and shit. That sick, nasty fucking having kids with fucking. And I'm not saying the kids are sick and nasty, but you know, they having all these fucking like mentally ill kids and kids with like fucking excuse me that's legitimate, all the kids with the Down syndrome and all that bullshit. You got people talking about eating babies and shit during politician uh camp. Like, this is how sick these people are. Like, um is this lady in one of those politician campaigns and shit, and she was talking about we need to eat the babies. Like, there's too much CO2 in the fucking world, whatever that fucking means. Like, you know, she said we could drop bombs on Russia, but this is how retarded she is. We can drop bombs on Russia, but that's not gonna do anything. We need to start eating the fucking baby. Like, she didn't say fucking, but she said we need to start eating the babies. It should still be on YouTube. I'm pretty sure a couple of you guys have seen it. But that's the type of shit these motherfuckers. This is what we're dealing with. People that want to eat babies and shit like that. And then if they say shit like that, I wanna make money. I wanna be happy. If a motherfucker says in a politician thing and trying to get it to be a law, we need to eat the babies. Then them motherfuckers been eating babies for years. They're just trying. They're motherfuckers trying to make that shit legal. And we all know about the child bullshit, the child trafficking bullshit. I've learned a lot too by going through this. Oh yeah. Hey, top of the morning, Wendy. I hope all is well. Great Nappy is much easier to live with once you see them for what they are. Definitely. And you know what's crazy? I always knew the police were fucking. I always knew the police were crooked, so to speak, but I never would imagine they would be fucking. Like, this is some old 70s mafia type shit when they were fucking, I don't know when, I think Scarface was like in the 70s, Al Capone and all that bullshit. Like, this is some shit you would see on one of them movies and shit, like the police fucking making drug deals for certain mobsters and, the shaking motherfuckers down and like, that's what this shit reminds me of. This is not no Barney and Fife. This is not no Barney Fife and Andy Griffith, we're not in the Barney Fife and Andy Griffith era no more. No, sirree. I'm just a passenger. Anxiety song I heard a while back made me think. I'm just that's the name of the song, Anxiety. I learned this is more spiritual in nature. Targeting is in the Bible, and the Bible says we will be persecuted for standing up to the truth. The devil had to get permission to mess with Job in the Bible. Definitely, it was definitely written. The technology is, yeah, yep. Alter our minds, everything, man. Make you think certain thoughts are yours and shit. All types of shit. They can never do that again no more though. Like they could have did that they could have did that back then. Sent me some bullshit thoughts and made me think they were mine and shit. Like just imagine if you're angry, like at the heat of the moment. Let's just say you have a gun. Let's just say you're a registered gun owner. And it's open carry. You can keep your pistol in your car. You can keep your pistol wherever. And you go to the fucking bar. And you get some drinks or whatever. Not much, just maybe a couple beers. And you get in an altercation with somebody, and there's an army guy in there too. Just sitting at a table far off with his fucking gadget. And he increases your fucking temper to the point you go outside, grab the gun, and kill whoever you got in an altercation with. That shit is real. They can do that. Like, and you tell people that shit, and they're not gonna believe you. That's dangerous when you don't know about this fucking program and you start thinking that the thoughts they send at you are your thoughts. That could turn you into a weapon against yourself. love to mimic us. You want to realize how strong you are, just look at how sensitive the world is. You have their freedoms taken away for about 4 months, and they're losing their minds. Crazy. Crazy, man. Crazy. Crazy. You know, hey, and you know what? And I'm not, you know, I'm not, I'm not fucking saying that people should be homeless. I'm not saying that, you know, none of that bullshit. But what I am saying is, a lot of these people are the same people who talk shit about homeless people and shit. And homeless people right now at this point in time, a lot of them ain't worried about a whole lot. You feel me? Like this virus right now is just something, you know, that the most that you know, people like myself that are out here have to think about. And we still have to hustle, get our hustle or whatever, like our legitimate hustle or whatever, you know, anybody else does. Like, um, you know, you still gotta make some type of income. But as far as dealing with all the fucking well, I don't know if that word is right for this, but you know, instead of having to deal with all the fucking chaos of this fucking matrix and shit, paying bills and, you know, don't know if I'm gonna get kicked out my business or don't know if all this fucking created bullshit was created just for the slavery too, but it was created just for this type of situation. You feel me? Complete control. Like, people can't do shit right now without the government. They can't pay their bills. They can't fucking feed their kids. Like, the government, like, they can't do, when that stimulus, a $1,200 stimulus check to somebody who is maybe making $5,000 a month right now, 12, I don't think there's a good job like that unless you own a business or you're running some shit. But, you know, 5,000 a month, we'll just say whatever the highest pay, the highest pay number right now. And even people with their own business, like lawyers and shit like that, they're not getting as much business, you know? Like, they don't know what the fuck to do right now. And this is all man-made shit. If they were living off the land and fucking, you know, building their own fucking cabins and, you know, fought these motherfuckers back for what's right. You know, the only thing this world will be worrying about is the pandemic right now. Nothing else. Nothing else. I mean, I could see land costing. I could see you purchasing land. Like, I could see them. I could see that. I could see that. Like, people being able to buy land or whatever to build their houses on and shit. But all these extra costs and shit, like, it just don't make sense. Always be aware that it's nothing more than a trick. Definitely. Definitely. But it's dangerous, though. It's very dangerous because of the games that they play. Um, yeah, these people, man, very, very sick. My targeting increases when I sin or have negative thoughts like cheating on my wife. Yeah, the thing is, you know, I'm not saying it's a good thing, but, and yeah, that's the spiritual aspect of it, I guess. I guess I could see that as being the spiritual aspect of it, but as far as these people, like, none of these people, everybody fucking, you know, gets a shit stain in their drawers once in a while. Like, you know, but saying that to say, like, nobody's fucking perfect, man. Nobody's fucking perfect. These people cheat on, they do worse shit, man. These people rape fucking children. Well, you know, they do a lot. They do a lot. I don't want to say everybody does it, but, you know, these people do a lot of fucking, you know, ill-mannered shit. Ill-mannered lie, set people up, take people's lives away from them for a long time. Just look at the shit that we've been accused of, and we don't even know, but a lot of us, well, in some occasions they give us hints of what they're fucking accusing us of, but for the most part, like, none of us know exactly what they tell everybody. Like, if I walk into a store right now, I don't know what one of these motherfuckers is gonna go tell somebody. You feel me? And whoever they fucking tell, you don't know what type of mind pattern this motherfucker is on. He could have just got out of prison, and they tell him you're a child molester or a rapist and shit. His mom just got raped, or you know, while he was locked up, his chick, you know, started fucking with somebody else, and whoever she started fucking with started playing with her kid and shit, playing with his kid and shit. Like, you don't know what type of mind state these motherfuckers is on. So, you know, I know for a fact, like, a lot of people come, like, if you get put into prison, if they lock your ass up and there's a whisper, you know, it's no I want to see paperwork or none of that shit on some occasions. Most of the time, like, if you're a snitch or something like that, you know, people want to see your paperwork and make sure, like, you haven't testified on anybody or anything, and if you have, then you got to get the hell up out of there. But, you know, child molester and rapists and shit, you know, most of the time they don't even get that opportunity. It's just off the fly. You feel me? Motherfucker, you gonna get sliced in the face, probably stuck a few times, and sent off to fucking a different, you know, protective custody, or like or a different fucking facility, or a different, you know, you fuck around and die. All off the words of a fucking nobody, a piece of shit, motherfucker that probably can't even defend themselves. Like, you know, you run up on a couple of these motherfuckers and they act like really scary and shit. Like, why would you fucking even participate in this program if you're not willing to, you feel me? Like, this is a serious fucking program. You know, you're fucking with people's mind states, mentalities and shit. Psyche. They're definitely AI generated skits. This is the way they get their information. Everything's recorded. They can pretty much hear everything we say, and in my case, they watch what I do. Definitely. Definitely. As well as they have the ability to see through. I know it sounds probably pretty far-fetched, but they do have the ability to see through our eyes and fucking hear through our ears and all that shit. You know, our body is made up of a percentage of electricity and shit, so they can tap into that, especially our brain. We step up to harassment whenever we've been to resist it. Yep. True. Once subdued, we become open to being changed again. It just goes on and on. Yeah, man. That's why this fight is so fucking important, but it's like we're just sitting on our ass. And don't get me wrong, like, you know, we do shit, but we're not going all the way with it. We're not full throttle at all. Like, we're not even going 30 miles per hour right now with it. Like, we're like 25 miles, maybe even 15. I don't know. But we're definitely far from 100%. Too far from 100%. Like, we need to be fucking, how do they say? Fucking serious fucking boots on the ground. Like seriously fighting this shit. And even if it's just to bring recognition to a lot more people, you know, I think the more that people recognize this, the more people are gonna realize that they don't want to go through this shit. The more we can direct people to certain videos and shit, yeah, or direct people to targeted individuals' videos, period, you know. Um, you know, and that's just to get recognition out there. I really think we should be fighting, but, you know, that's a little too far advanced. Maybe sometime in the future, sometime maybe like if there is ever a 2050, maybe the people would be like, damn, we don't want these robots controlling our minds, and but by then it might be too late. By then everybody's brain might be in a severe headlock. I never thought I'd live to see the day when they have modern day slaves walking the streets acting stupid. Yeah, they're out here, bro. Fucking sad, man. Like the world is, uh, the world is a motherfucker. At the end of the day, everyone that's targeting us is chipped, and so what happens is they can control their thoughts and actions. That's what they want to do with us. It's never going to happen. Nah, I don't. I know that. Yeah, it's never gonna happen for sure. For sure. Never, never, never. Fuck that. You're not gonna control my mind, bucko. Top of the morning, Navi. I've been targeted since birth, before birth, when I really think about it. But we all are being targeted at some point. We all, the front line, our family can handle this. Definitely. 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 That's, you know, I think that's why we need to fight so hard for this shit. We need to, like, really fight for this shit. Sometimes it's easy to fucking, I know it's easier to fucking record, like, that's comfort zone shit. Recording them. And this is for me too. You know, this is on my part too. Like, but we're not, you know, we're not doing enough, man. Just think it's a lot of people out there with, a lot of us have kids that, like, are like, you know, just kids. 7, 8, teenager. Like, you know, look at your fucking kid and be like, damn, when I die, are they gonna have to go through this? Is everything that I worked hard for to give them, to leave them behind? Like, are they gonna have to lose all this shit and go through everything that I'm going through right now? Like, that should be enough fuel to fucking ignite, you know. a wildfire, so to speak, a Ti wildfire, or maybe it's just gonna take that one, that one Ti, almost like, I'm not saying, no, I don't want nobody to get me mixed up or twist up what I'm saying, but it's like maybe we're waiting on like that Ti Jesus to fucking come and you know change our mindsets and spark up that fire, so to speak, within us to fucking be able to fight for this shit. I don't know, but it's definitely, as long as we've been fighting for this, as many Ti marches and rallies that I've seen, like same fucking spot, not haven't gotten anywhere, haven't fucking gotten anywhere. The message is getting out to a certain extent, but not like it should. Stay strong, positive, definitely. The age of Aquarius begins in 20. Yeah, crazy. It's hard to keep a sense of humor. Yeah, that's the best thing, sense of humor in this. You just, you gotta see these people for what they are. You gotta see them for what they are. Laugh at them like you're putting your life on the line for these trinkets and shit. And then you do shit to your perps that's legal. I mean, well, I guess harassment isn't legal, but you get at them the way they get at you. Fucking cough real loud, but do it to scare them. Fucking, those people get scared, man. Those people jump out their fucking boots and shit. Like, I've seen it, man. I cough at the time. It be big motherfuckers too. Like their backs would be turned, and then I'll just cough real fucking loud, and then fucking jump out their fucking boots and shit. You feel me? And then get mad at me. Don't get mad at me. It wouldn't have happened if you wasn't harassing me, motherfucker. Shit, get mad at your handler. Get mad at yourself. Don't get mad at me. I'm just fucking fighting back. That's all I'm doing. As much as I can, you're still fucking, in a way, winning. You're still on top of your game. You're still getting paid. All that shit. Definitely helps. Our perps are demon possessed. They know what we think. They can see what we see. We are being judged first to get it right, to show to the world how they should live. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. It's aggravating and it makes me angry sometimes, but nothing happens for nothing. So I try to just keep my head knowing what I know, and that's the Bible tells us there's going to hate us. Definitely going to hate us. Everyone, if you grow your own food, so you can call us about the famine. Meat plants are closing, and brought the murder wasp to kill bees, so farmers can't grow food. Oh, that's what. So, I believe Steven was telling me about that. You know, there's some, there's some Japanese. I believe I don't remember. I gotta, uh, ask Steve or one of you guys if you catch him before my live. You might want to ask him. But he said where he's at right now, they got this. I think it's like from Asia, but it's a bee that fucking it kills you immediately. Or it kills. It's a wasp, a killer wasp, and it kills people. He said they just migrated out here too, not too long ago. They practice human sacrifice and cannibalism just like the Mayans, the Aztecs. Yeah, ugh, fucking nasty. We are cattle to that. Definitely, that's what I tell everybody. This is the planet is just like one big harvesting. It's like we're being harvested, you know, harvested for work, harvested for our fucking organs, just harvested our money, and then when everything's said and done, they fucking suck all our guts out, eat that shit, and throw environmental fluid in us. Fucking nasty bastards. Just imagine like people eat chitlins and shit, pig guts and all that shit. You know, people eat that shit. You know, even like, you know, even though you cook that shit and fucking your whole house smells like fucking shit. You know, it smells like pig shit for a week straight. You know, you gotta let you gotta let the house air up for a week straight, damn near. Air out for a week straight, damn near, because, you know, people cooking inside of pig guts and shit and eating that shit. People eat that shit. Just think of how they fucking do us. Like, just imagine your fucking guts being like somebody's house is smelling like shit right now because they're fucking cooking human guts and shit. Probably got a permanent stench of fucking like you know, some houses got that musty type of fucking. You can tell, you know, you can tell like when you walk in the house, it's like some people just been using certain spices or fucking cooking certain foods for, you know, eternity in that motherfucker. Like one typical food. Themselves the master lab. Let me see. That did this to they hated him. He said they were going to hate us too, but he said he would keep us from the wicked and one. And I am a witness to that. Definitely. Lab created meats are what they're moving to. Yeah. Hey, and another thing, they got this machine. I know you guys probably gonna think I'm bullshitting. I thought it was bullshit too. But they got this fucking machine that you take a shit and it turns your fucking shit into synthetic bread to where you can eat that shit. You can fucking, I mean, I wouldn't recommend it, but, you know, they're trying to make food out of shit now. If that ain't crazy, if that doesn't tell you where this world is heading and shit. I thought it was bad enough they had those toilets that fucking, you know, they tried to fucking this and that, saying they're gonna get rid of toilet paper and shit and give you toilets with water that shoots up your butt. Like, that shit is supposed to clean. Like, that shit, I mean, toilet paper is not gonna clean too, but like fucking, if it, Just imagine, just fucking imagine. Like, who wants to fucking even feel some type of shit like that, anyways? Just imagine some fucking, unless you're like some type of, a sex freak or some shit like that. But who wants to feel like water squirting up your butt? And then on top of that, is it like you're not like how fucking powerful is the water stream? Because you're not gonna fucking, you're not gonna clean your ass with fucking water fountain like you're drinking water fountain type of squirt. So what the fuck? What the fuck, man? Like, these people are fucking crazy, man. These people are crazy, man. It's almost like they take their fantasies of everything they like and they trying to implement that shit on the world. Like, the shit that they fucking fantasize about and that they fucking like, messing with kids, water squirting up their butts and all this fucking weird shit. They're trying to turn your fucking shit into bread. All this fucking bullshit. This is fucking insane, man. This shit is fucking insane. It's almost like that we're a joke. It's almost like, well, it is. We are a joke because they fucking everything they do. They see what we're doing. Like, they see our reaction to it. Like, they almost, they give us humiliating shit. Like, they they humiliate our lives and make it a part of law. If you will. Or they not even a part of law, but they fucking, they strategically put their fucking fantasies into our world. That's the best way I can put it. Look at this booty bandit. This guy is insane. That motherfucker crazy. That fool bent down. Damn, I wish I would have caught that shit on tape. Whatever kind of stretch that was, buddy, I've never seen that shit before. If you see, that fool bent down and like spread eagle his arms like wide to fucking like they touched the ground, but that shit just looked awkward as fuck. They practice eugenics for centuries. The master race, definitely. I remember watching The Matrix for the first time. I'm thinking that would be cool. I never thought I'd be actually living that. Yeah. Yup. Except instead of agents, like we do have real agents, if you want to call them that. Like we do have fucking like, the feds and all that shit. But for the most part, a lot of these agents are clowns and shit. They're not the agents with the glasses and the earpieces and all that shit, which they try to be, but, they're just clowns. Especially the ones that try to be that shit. Like, they really stick out like a sore thumb and shit. Like, you see motherfuckers like, come on, dude. You're not even close to a police officer. Why you walking around with that German Shepherd like you and then that earpiece and shit? Like, you couldn't even pass the training for boot camp. Like, the only way you would get a police job is if somebody in your family fucking hooks you up with that shit. But you out here walking around. You out here walking around like a secret agent and shit. Like fucking crazy, man. And then, you know, real secret agents and shit, they don't walk around with their fucking German shepherds and shit like that. Like, they're out in the, well, they walk their dog. I'm not gonna say they don't walk their dogs, but not the way you're trying to, you know, you're trying to put a picture out there that you're something that you're not. You feel me? And that's the goofball of it. That's what makes him so goofy, amongst other things. But that, you know, when it comes to that, that's what makes it so goofy is that, you know, these people don't even fit the profile to be officers yet, and still they're trying their hardest to look that way. Oh, and when they try, I swear they try hard, man. They fucking try hard, man. The cashless society is where they're headed. Mark of the beast will be the vaccines that they're gonna try to mandate to open the country back up. Yep. And trust me, a lot of us who aren't gonna get the vaccine, and if they don't force us to, meaning like if they don't end up killing the people who don't take it, or, you know, tackling, you know, pinning people down and giving it to them by force. If they don't do that, then the people who don't get that shit, like, watch, we're not gonna be able to fucking go into stores. We're not gonna be able to do nothing unless we have that fucking chip to swipe on the whatever type of machine they have. Because you're gonna have to swipe your fucking hand on a machine, probably, to even get in the store. Like, they're gonna probably have some type of machine standing outside that you swipe, and it tells that you got all your vaccine, all your medical bullshit is up to date, and, you know, amongst other things. And the door open, and you get to go into the fucking store. Anything else is gonna be a big lockout for those resisting. A world lockout. Just look at the lockout we go through as targeted individuals. Just look at this lockout. You know, we can barely get jobs. Most of us, you know, and the ones that do, those of us who do have jobs, like, we're fucking harassed. There's gonna be no peace, definitely. But you're not even gonna have a job if you don't have the vaccine, though. Basically, you'll be either out here or dead. People are, you know, people are gonna be programmed. There's gonna be a new program. People are not gonna want to look out for the people who don't have vaccines and shit. You know, people aren't gonna want to be around us and shit. They're gonna be calling this. They're gonna be calling this diseased. You know, diseased, and throwing all types of rocks and shit. Throwing rocks and stones and shit at us. Shooting us down, making it legal to hunt and kill diseased people. We're gonna be the diseased people. That's what our name is. That's what it's not funny, but that's what they're gonna be calling us, the diseased people, because we don't want to get some fucking, you know, baby fetus and whatever else chemicals they put in a vaccine and shoot up in us. Seems like that movie was a little more real than it seemed at the time. Man. Yeah. The Matrix. It was a motherfucker, man. Neo taught us a lot. Neo. They're not human, they're reptilians, and their clone bodies. You can tell because they got these really long necks, and the men do not have Adam's apples. They're definitely not human. Yeah, I don't think so either. But that talk is, people that, a lot of people, they're, I don't want to say sleep to it, but sometimes it's just some things, are beyond belief. Definitely, some things are beyond belief. So I can understand it. I can understand it. For me, it would be kind of hard to believe that we're the only intelligent beings on the planet. We're not intelligent at all. Shit. So I mean, I'm not gonna say we're not intelligent like that, but as a whole, the human race, period, like we're not. The human race is not an intelligent or the most intelligent, should I say? I don't think we're the most intelligent. Look at the fucking, like, we fucking can be programmed and let them get away with programming us. Let them get away with all this bullshit. You know, the dude from Arabia, I believe it was, or Iran, that dude, they shot him on the whim. I think they shot him over some type of power play or whatever, but regardless, whatever the fact, they say he was a terrorist, whatever. They shot him over that. They shot Gaddafi, saying that he was, a terrorist or whatever. They shot Gaddafi. And they did not do not one thing. They did not perform not one fucking act against America that we know of. Like maybe they did some, which I doubt. Maybe they did some sneaky we'll say they did some sneaky underhanded shit to America. Or we'll say maybe they did some sneaky underhanded shit to America. But as far as we know, it's just hearsay. Or, But here we are. We have these motherfuckers that you say for a fact, unleashed this deadly fucking virus that is killing millions and millions and millions of people. I'm sure that dude from Iran didn't kill no millions of people. And we're talking just in the United States of America. We're not talking about the world. We're not talking about the world. We're talking about the United States of America. This specific country that you point your finger at so fucking much has fucking killed millions and millions and millions and millions of our fucking people. What the fuck is being done about that? You feel me? What the fuck is being, like, where the fuck are your priorities? Whoever the fuck is, I'm not gonna direct it at Trump or none of that shit. I'm not political or none of that shit, but I mean, where the fuck is the priorities at? I mean, as soon as the Twin Towers, as soon as they killed people in the Twin Towers, you want to immediately get out there and fucking go to war. But here we are in the Twin Towers. Lives should not be fucking taken like that. But it damn sure, the lives that were taken from the Twin Towers don't even accumulate 1% of the fucking lives that are being, constantly taken away from people. But I know why we won't go to war with them. It's only two reasons that we're not gonna go to war with them. You feel me? Either they didn't do it, or we're afraid of them. We're not gonna go to war with China. This, that's it's just as simple as that. We're not gonna go to war with China at all because they're crazy. You'll never fucking, you bully who you bully, but you're not gonna bully somebody who's gonna stand up to you. That's for sure. And China is not going out like that. You shoot one of China. Let's see you shoot that fucking whatever that little dude's name is in Korea, or the little chubby guy. Let's see you shoot that motherfucker and see what happens. Let's see you shoot one of them motherfuckers in China like you did that dude in Iran and see what the fuck happens. You feel me? America's not going. America ain't gonna go out like that. Hell nah. If you see that, if you see their fucking, if you look at the Chinese death march, I don't know if you guys, pay attention to like that was a big thing for me. I used to watch like the soldiers in their death marches and shit. And like China, fuck, if you guys type in Chinese death march, Lord, even the women, like they, I'm talking about they have these features on their faces that they don't. I'm not saying they're aliens or no shit, but like they have these features, like the the menacing look, like they're ready to kill something. Like they have no, like they don't care about shit. They're ready to go. Like whatever, let's go. Mm, the creepiest part about the Matrix is that the dominant entity literally forms human beings. Definitely. I definitely believe that. Just look at us. We're tagged, bro. We're fucking tagged. A social, a social, uh, a social security number is no different than, a tag on a cow's ear, a fucking bird who's been captured and fucking, they put a tag on it and keep track of that motherfucker and make sure, uh, that's no different than what we go through. Tagged and tracked from birth. And now you're really going to be tracked because they're putting vaccines in your fucking kids. The future is going to be tracked for sure. Kids are going to be born. They're going to have shots that fucking communicate with the satellites and the AI system. Kid get out of line and shut him down. Shut that motherfucker down. Talking too much? Oh, you're talking too much. Shut him down. Push a button and his heart stops. Push a button, he has a seizure. They want to teach him a lesson, so we won't kill him. We'll just disable him. We'll make sure he can't walk. They probably won't disable you for life. Like, they probably just, disable you till you shut up to let you know, like, we have the power to disable you, so keep your fucking mouth shut. Dog matches, they are creepy looking. Definitely. Once dead, human beings are then liquefied and fed in one another through tubes. Oh man, yeah. Just imagine, and I know people are gonna be like, you're thinking too far outside the box. But I'm pretty sure every single one of us, through some type of fucking covert bullshit, have had some human in our food, amongst the other bullshit that, you know. But I'm pretty sure this is, even those who drink Coca-Cola, I know I did, you know. Coca-Cola has baby fetus in it. So uh, vaccines, most vaccines, I'm not gonna say all because I don't know, but I know a lot, if not most, vaccines have baby fetus in them. So if you've been vaccinated and you eat this fucking Matrix food, which I have, I still do, somewhere covertly, we're eating humans. They dog food. They say dog food is just other dead dogs. They try and say. Somebody said that dog food, what they do is at the when they put dogs to sleep and shit like that. When they get rid of the body of the dog, they make dog food out of it. They make dog food out of the dog. I don't know how true that is, but it doesn't sound far fetched to me. That canned dog food be stinking. It don't smell like none of the shit they be saying is in there, like beef and ground chicken and shit. That shit stinks. That shit don't smell like no beef or ground chicken or none of that shit. Eat blood, they eat human flesh. I mean, it's so creepy, but we can't make this up. If you check them out, they're not here. They just look there. We got it right there. Definitely. Definitely. Sick. Sick. Too much air. One thing, they don't breathe the same kind of type of air as we breathe. Some of them is stuff they spray in the sky. Hey, I swear, like, I'm not saying this, I'm not, in my opinion, this is my opinion only, we are building a world for non-humans, a different entity. All these cell towers, all this radiation, all these chemtrails, I believe that there's a different entity that needs all this type of shit to survive on this planet. And that we've created certain shit because they couldn't put no 5G cell they have to have a reason. For us not to go all crazy about, what the fuck are all these towers and shit, they have to have something that the people want, like, that can't operate without those cell towers and shit. Like, you see how stupid we are. We know how much radiation that shit pushes out them cell towers. We know how much radiation. We know that shit can kill us. We know, and even if you got enough professionals telling you, don't have to know shit. If you got enough professionals telling you that this shit is dangerous to the human body, and you using your common sense, knowing the effects of radiation and all that shit, and knowing that your phone is, kicking out operation, not operation, kicking out radiation. Look how stupid we want 5G. Like, we will literally fucking, the human race will literally, if they told you right now that they can build an 8G cell tower, even more than 5G cell towers, they would need more 8G cell towers than 5G, which they wouldn't, but I'm just saying, if they said that, we would be so stupid to fucking accept that and want that. Like, and we fucking advocate for that shit. The human race, not everybody, just in general. The stupid motherfuckers. Fucking cooking the shit out their brains. like the smokers, like people who smoke cigarettes and shit. How they get that nicotine patch and you keep your nicotine on you all day. Like that's what we have. We have a radiation patch. And that's our phone. Our phone is our radiation patch. Like we're definitely every day we get a dosage of fucking bullshit, radiation. Yeah, it is. Seems like the apocalypse. This is straight out of Revelations when he said, "Get away from me." I never knew you generation of vipers. He meant that. It's literal, definitely, definitely. Said that they drain blood and pack the meat up and send it to China, and they process it and send it to McDonald's so we can eat our babies at lunch. I don't know if y'all seen. Nah, I never seen that. I never seen that, Wendy. But I definitely, if you can put the link up or tell me the link, I would like to check that out. I definitely like, and the police and shit like that, and the feds and shit. Like, I know they're all involved with the child trafficking. I know for a fact they're involved in that shit. Uber drivers, Lyft drivers, all these fucking, you know. And I don't want to point the finger and say specific races and shit. Like, it's, specific races. But a lot of foreigners and shit do Uber driving and fucking, Lyft driving and shit. And a lot of people are coming up missing from Uber drivers and Lyfts. And that's like the safest fucking job if you think about it. Like, you fucking hop out, throw a kid in the trunk and drive off in your Uber car with that blue light. No, nobody's gonna think twice. People are gonna think, oh, he's just like a bus driver. You look at the motherfuckers like bus drivers. You don't even look at them like regular vehicles on the road and shit. Just imagine how many FBI and off-duty police and all these fucking weirdos. Like, just imagine how many of them drive Ubers and taxis and Lyfts and shit and been fucking trafficking for years, getting paid. The police are all chipped in, and they are a part of it. They're reptilians. Let's just put it like that. My thing is, I tried to stay away from them, but they're ones that are targeting me. Yeah, the police. I definitely don't believe in it. I mean, I definitely don't. I mean, I definitely believe that the police are not, you know, 100% there. I'll just leave it there, leave it like that. As far as entity wise, a lot of like they're just, I don't know. Our world is being fucked over. Do y'all? I've seen them dress like me at times. Never seen them chew like me. I don't even know how to chew, what it looks like when I chew, but and try to walk like you and talk like if so. in just a psychological head trip, especially if they're goofy. Off their presence, the way they, try and impersonate you and shit, like they're goofy. So they're probably trying to call you a clown. And they are clowns. Like, they are definitely clowns. But maybe they're trying to call us clowns. Maybe they want us to see how goofy they look and try and make us think that we look that way. I don't know. Fucking clowns. Energy vampires. Everything is constant psychology. Yeah. No rest for the wicked, and they're the wicked. Definitely. Know how much of the technology works and can build with readily available materials. Definitely. That is shit. Endure till the end will be harassed free throughout the eternity worried about. I'm just a little bit and we're getting out of here. Yeah, I believe it too. It's pretty much over. They're getting started on the chemtrail. But yeah, it's pretty much a wrap. It's a sign that they constantly suppress my natural production so that I turn to alcohol for relief. Hey man, I swear, like, I know there's got to be a way that we can connect with each other. Like, this is like, we are a community, the community of targeted individuals. We have so much fucking, regardless of what it is, skills. Some of us have military skills, some of us have technology skills, some of us have, are able to create things. And like, if we would bring all that shit to the table and work with each other and shit, like, we could be our own fucking community of fucking people. Like, we are our own community, but we could be a strong community. Like, we wouldn't have to look towards the fucking, the regular citizens to do shit like fix our cars and, sell us food and shit like that. We would have our own networking system and shit. That would be dope. That would be pretty dope. Back in the day, they got me with thoughts, I was asleep, but they can't get me like that they can't get me like that no more. I heard my brother's voice and